Cancer, hi, welcome to this channel. This is your weekly reading for the week of September 1st. Thank you for being here. I hope you are doing well. Let's see what's coming through for you. You can use this for your sun, moon, and rising sign. If you want to book a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. Send me an email, okay? Now, let's see what's coming through for your sign. So, in September, we have two eclipses happening on the 7th and then on the 21st. So eclipse has to do with eclipsing things out of our life, releasing. So it could be internal release for some of you, cleansing, purifying. For some, it could be external, something, something that's not helpful for us, and creating space for something new. Okay, so Cancer, your cards are Strength, Page of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Ace of Swords. Okay, so yes, Ace of Swords is on the back of the deck, and this is something that you want to be aware of, mindful of. This is a new cycle for some of you. Like from a spiritual perspective, this is you coming across some deep insights, revelations, realizations, awareness. Okay, so it could be like a fleeting moment, you know. So whenever that happens, think about writing it down. That's what I do. I keep my diary always with me, and whenever I come across some new ideas or insights, I immediately write it down so I don't miss it. You know, so that's something that you want to be mindful of, writing things down. And for some, this is also communication, something that, because it's on the back of the deck, this is something that you may not be aware of. Okay, so the energy is reminding you, um, you know, reminding you that whatever situation you are coming across this week, communication is the key. So higher communication. Okay, so by that, what I mean is, this is where I'm not saying that it could be something that it could be avoidance, like maybe you are avoiding something, or it could be not this not being direct in your communication. Or for some, this could also be people pleasing, maybe saying something, maybe that what the other person wants to hear. Maybe you are hiding your true feelings and just saying and doing uh, whatever the situation demands. So that is something to be mindful of. This is straightforward communication, direct communication, and being assertive. So that may help with this situation, whatever it is that you are coming across. And on the other hand, the energy is also reminding you to be to rise above your challenges. So avoidance is not the solution. It's important to turn around and face the situation, whatever this may be. So I'm not sure what situation you are coming across, but the energy is reminding you that you got this, and it's important to focus on the solutions. And Ace of Swords here is rising above the challenges, rising above our own internal fears, conflicting thoughts, because this is clarity, this is clear thinking. And the energy is also reminding you that you have the power to turn around the situation, whatever it is that you are coming across. It could be some small issues. It could be maybe you have to make a decision and maybe you are not ready to make that decision yet. Or it could be interpersonal relationships. Whatever the case may be, this is where the card is reminding you to claim your power, Cancer, and stay in your power and take ownership, take accountability, and do what needs to be done. For some, in some cases there is nothing we need to do, right? It's not about doing, sometimes it's also about being. So how what so it's important to know what this situation demands, and then um, responding to it accordingly. But ace of swords here is success and victory. So what the energy is reminding you is to be brave, and at the same time, uh, being gentle is brave. We don't have to shout from the rooftop. We don't have to show people how powerful we are. And we don't have to do any of those things. This is grace. This is a quiet strength. uh, you handling it could be that maybe there is something difficult that you are doing this week. It could be anything. It could be something to do with your business if you are self-employed, something to do with work, like work related. It could be maybe something that you are coming across in relationships. Power struggles is what this energy is. um, or it could be a difficult task. So whatever the situation is, the energy is reminding you that you don't have to, you got this, meaning it may feel like something difficult, something a Herculean task, but you will be able to do it easily. You know, yeah. So that will even surprise you. How so? Sometimes it feels like it has to do with our mind. And this is again clarity, a clear thinking. So sometimes what happens is we tend to put things for another day if it's difficult, procrastination. And when we actually start doing them, we realize, oh, you know what, it was easy. So all that, what is it that I was worrying about? That happened to me several times. So that's why I'm telling you, something that you are tackling now is easy. It will come very easy to you. So yeah. And uh, communication bias, the energy here is reminding you to be gentle, and that will make things much easier for you, because ace of swords is double-edged sword. It can go both ways, Cancer. On the one hand, we can use our words to heal, to make a positive change, to find solutions, things like that. But on the other hand, we can also use our words to destroy. I mean, it all depends upon what is it that you are coming across and how you want to respond to this situation. But what I am seeing is, you are being brave, and you are you are taking action. You are making some decisions here, and you are moving through the challenges. Page of Pentacles is amazing energy. This is where you are either going on an adventure. It could be travel for some of you, or it could be like exploring. It could be exploring new ways of doing things. It could be that maybe you are taking up a new creative project, maybe you are learning, or it could be something to do with um, your passion projects like writing, speaking, podcast, webinars, things like that. Something to do with technology here and communication. So for some, it may have something to do with that. On the other hand, the energy is reminding you to be childlike. Don't take anything seriously this week. And it's important to remain playful, meaning whatever it is that you are coming across, take it lightly, and remain curious. Um, and that will make things much easier for you, like remaining curious, asking questions, um, and showing that willingness to learn. It could be learning about someone. It could be like, for instance, the person you are with, the person who is in front of you. um, this may have something to do with listening, uh, and not taking anything personally, maybe instead asking questions. Sometimes we just really get irritated. It all depends upon our mood. On a good day we can take it, we will tolerate it, but when we are tired and we can't take it anymore, we just get frustrated and irritated. So yeah, just be aware of this energy. It's reminding you that maybe there is no need. Don't take it seriously, don't take it personally, because it may have something to do with what the other person is going through. Maybe it has nothing to do with you. So yeah, so asking questions is important. uh, or it could be like finding a way to just end that conversation, so you don't have to keep listening to keep listening to it, or if you don't want to participate. And that's what you are doing here with Seven of Swords. This is where you don't want to participate. So it could be a group environment, it could be a family function or something like that, or it could be like the groups you belong to. So this is where sorry about that, Cancer. Something happened. So this is, we were talking about this card actually. So yeah, this could be quitting, leaving. It could be groups you belong to. It could be a family function, things like that. This is where you are looking for some excuses because you don't want to engage. All right. So, okay. What else is happening? So yes, like I said, in September we have two eclipses happening. First is on the 7th and the second one is on the 21st. And let's see what's happening in the sky this week. On the 1st of September, Saturn enters Pisces, and we also have the lunar eclipse happening in Pisces on the 7th of September. So Saturn wants us to do the work, and Pisces energy has to do with our creativity, our dreams, our subconscious, spirituality, things like that. So whatever is, so that's what I'm seeing here for you with Strength card. Strength may have something to do with shadow work. This may have, this is about you struggling with your own some internal conflicts that you are coming across. So it could be your fears, your habits, something like that. Cancer, maybe you are becoming more aware of it. Like I said, this is a card of awareness and revelations, and that is something that you are coming across here. So but you are tackling it, you are aware of it, so it's like you are handling it beautifully here. So it could be this is happening because of the eclipse season, okay? And then because Saturn is moving into Pisces on the 1st, and Saturn, like I said, wants us to do the work. And the way we can do the work is we can only do the work if we are aware of what is it that we need to focus on. So you might come across some situations, and it could be something simple or something major. So just be aware of what you are coming across, so then you can find a way to respond to these situations in a in a good in a in an efficient way, in an effective way. So on the 2nd of September, Mercury moves into the sign of Virgo. Now we are in Virgo season now, and Virgo has to do with our practical matters of our everyday life, because Virgo is earth energy and Mercury rules Virgo. So Mercury will be in its sign, and this will help us stay more organized. So that's also what I'm seeing here. This is simplifying, and it could be that maybe you have things to do, so you are focusing on your priorities. So this is where you are saying no to certain things, so you can stay more organized. However, when it comes to communication, just be aware of that, because this is also like lies, some deception happening there, okay? So it could be either your energy, Cancer, or it could be somebody else. So maybe because this is on the back of the deck, maybe the energy is reminding you to having a direct conversation will be really helpful. Direct, transparent conversation. So this is like, sometimes we don't do that because we don't want any conflicts. And if you are afraid of conflicts, maybe that is something that you want to face. So it's all about facing our fears, facing our challenges. If that is something that you are coming across, maybe the energy is reminding you to rise above and face your fears, so you can then release it, because this eclipse season is all about release. Maybe that is something that you are coming across, some internal stuff that you are handling now. And on the 3rd of September, Mercury in Virgo squares Uranus in Gemini, and that can lead to impatience and restlessness. So actually, Virgo and Gemini energy is, I won't say similar, but Mercury rules both signs. And Uranus is also the ruling planet of Gemini, and same as Mercury. Anyway, so there is a connection happening, and some kind of similarities happening there. It's on the 3rd of September, the square, and square could lead to some tension, so this energy can lead to some kind of restlessness, and this is you making some impulsive decisions. So just know what the energy is, and yeah, this is decisions, and this is, you are making a quick decision. So just be aware of that situation and how you can handle it beautifully. On the 4th of September, Mars in Libra squares Jupiter in Cancer, and this will motivate us to, this is, it's not about motivation, but this is just a temporary energy. It can make us feel like, it can lead to complacency is what I want to say. Complacency. So yeah, but then it's temporary, nothing to worry about. And on the 5th, Moon in Aquarius trine Mars in Libra. So trines are beautiful energy, and this is a great time to take to set new intentions and take some initiatives, and that's exactly what you are doing here, taking initiative, doing something about it, making a decision, planning, preparation is also what this energy is, making some plans. Contracts and agreements is also what this energy is. If that is something that you are that you are coming across, then this is impulsive decisions, so just be aware of that. So asking questions is important. Don't let anybody rush you through things. Instead, for some it could also be negotiation and you getting a good deal, so that's nice. Both these energies here has to do with some manipulation, Cancer. Manipulative energy. So know who you are with, what you are trying to do here, because if you are trying to do something important, just know where everybody is coming from, because you don't want to be taken advantage of. So yeah. But if this is your energy, Cancer, just know what's going on, because it always comes back, so. All right, on the 6th of September, Uranus retrograde is happening in Gemini, and this can lead to some slowdown, some frustrations. Again, just know what you have control over, what you don't have control over, and change what you can change. Let go of the rest. Otherwise, it leads to, frustrations. And then the lunar eclipse is happening in Pisces on the 7th of September. And it's all about releasing the past, Cancer. And that is something that I am seeing here for you. Strength here could mean like you taking care of something that you are not comfortable with. It could be internal, or it could be some external situations that you are handling here. On the other hand, strength here could mean stomach issues, okay, something to do with your abdomen. Yeah, and you might have to take a day off or things like that. But both these energies here are reminding you to stay in your power. What does that mean for you? Staying in our power is all about communicating our wants, our needs, and releasing all kinds of like complaints, blames, but taking responsibility in our own hands and doing what needs to be done, and facing our challenges, facing our fears, and moving through our challenges peacefully and gracefully, you know. So inner peace and harmony is what this energy is asking for. So maybe that's where the focus is. Creating some kind of balance and establishing that sense of inner peace and harmony so you can handle the external beautifully. Let's see, gifts and presents. It could be that maybe you are receiving a gift. That's amazing. All right, let me shuffle this card just one more time. Spirit, please give us a message for Cancer. What do they need to know? What do they need to be aware of? Cancer. Okay. Cancer, your message is release resentments about money. Yeah, some release needs to happen here. So for some, it may have something to do with money, like finance. Yeah, or it could also be other areas. We don't want to take this literally. So release, the energy of release is there. So it's about, this is where you are carrying something heavy. Cancer, it could be past resentments. You know, when we are holding on to past resentments, it actually shows up in our communication, and we may not even feel good about it because that is not who we are. You know, so yeah, so if that is something that is happening, it may have something to do with what you may be holding on to. So is it time for you to just release it, let go? Why do we want to carry the baggage? So this is something that we all do, knowingly, unknowingly, right? Me included. I'm not a saint, but when it's becoming, when we become aware of it, then it will be possible for you to. It's a process. You know, it's not going to happen today. So it has to. It's like reminding ourselves every single day, and we might come across some frustrating situations and things like that, you know, and that can lead to more resentments, but people are who they are. Situations are, you know, we don't have any control over those things, but if we let it affect us, then it will only it won't be helpful for us. It won't be beneficial for us. So maybe that's what the energy is, because like I said, this is a new beginning. This is a card of self-empowerment and taking ownership, being responsible for our own happiness, our own life. And that's where you are coming from. And maybe you are not even aware of it, but because this is the this was on the back of the deck, so something that you may not be aware of it, but this is what's happening underneath, the energy that is underneath. So if you are aware of it, then you will realize that, okay, you know what, I am done with this, I'm done with this situation. And it's not about quitting and leaving. For sometimes it is quitting, and that will be helpful, but it's also about changing the way we respond to those situations. and that way it will lose its power. So maybe that's what the energy is reminding you. Okay, release resentments about money. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world, and this shift will help you attract support and golden opportunities. Yeah, what I'm seeing is new opportunities for you. And guess what? You also have 10 of Pentacles underneath. So this is abundance, prosperity, something to do with your finance, home, relationships, things like that. Nice. So Cancer, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Do remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. And if you like what you see here, do remember to like and support the channel. Thank you. I will see you in the next reading, and please take care. I hope you have a wonderful week.